What's going on, guys? I'm back at it again in here for the video for you guys for today. And in today's video, I am in here for my WWE Survivor Series 2012 pay-per-view review and giving my thoughts and opinions overall. I thought it was a good show, and I'm going to start things off right away with the pay-per-view pre-show match. And this match, didn't really care for it. It's an okay match. We had the three-man band, the 3MB, defeating Santina Marella and Zack Ryder. Those two tag teams, did their best here, and didn't really care all that much about it. And I just kind of find it stupid that even though Drew McIntyre is in this tag team match, he still, to me, seems like the odd man out, and he doesn't really wrestle with those guys, and he's just out there technically as a manager. So hopefully he will be used and be able to actually wrestle with those guys in the tag team. But that's not really that much about this video, but overall the matchup was okay. So just to get that out of the way, and that's my only little complaint with that there. Overall, with the pay-per-view, we opened things off with a bonus traditional Survivor Series tag team match. We had Team Rey Mysterio and Team Primetime Players. This was a great tag team match. I really enjoyed this, and it was a great way to start things off for the pay-per-view in itself. And this is really cool that we had Team Rey Mysterio getting the win over the Primetime Players and their team. And not too much can really be said or talked about here, but it was just a good match, and we have Rey Mysterio getting the victory there. So there you have it with that. Then we had the Divas Championship matchup, and we almost had Caitlyn be knocked down again, and actually probably even at that time too, she almost would have lost her shot again for the Divas Championship, where Oksana was able to attack her, but Caitlyn was able to retaliate and get back in this. And as well, she did not even get to defeat Eve, but she tried her best here. And now we had Eve retaining. And now, also with this, we did have a surprise. We had Tamina later on too. We also had her get involved, and we get to see a return from her in the Vicky Guerrero storyline with AJ Lee there, just to throw this out of the way too. And I don't really care all that much for pay-per-view promos. I really think that promos should be saved for the main shows, but we haven't seen it in a long time, so I guess that was fine. And it actually was pretty cool that Tamina was there, and we had a discussion on this on Twitter between my friend Chris and as well another good friend of mine. So with this, it did bring out a good discussion, so I wanted to talk about this just to get this out of the way anyway. And the next match, we had the United States Championship, and that was on the line. That one wasn't too bad. It was pretty good to okay. We had Antonio Cesaro able to defeat R-Truth in this one. And with this, at times I kind of thought R-Truth was going to get the win slightly a little bit. I wouldn't have minded that, but Antonio Cesaro was able to retain, not having any problems with that whatsoever. So that was really cool there. Also, we had the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, and with this one, I was into this one, and we had the Big Show was able to retain, but with this, it was slightly different from the last pay-per-view match that we did have. We did have the referee get involved, and where the Big Show pushed the referee right into harm's way, and the referee was able to get the bull kick, and that's where things almost would have turned around for Sheamus there. Probably would have got the win, and he did, but not the way that he wanted to, and the Big Show was able to come back, and the Big Show was able to retain there overall, and he is still the world champion. And I know a lot of people were hoping for Dolph Ziggler to get that cash in, and we saw Sheamus hit the Big Show with the steel chair a couple of times, and that was pretty cool. So you automatically think that Dolph Ziggler was gonna probably cash in. I didn't really think so. I really think that probably Dolph Ziggler will get that cash in spot at TLC. Somewhat similar, and I said this on Twitter too, where Daniel Bryan was able to do that to the Big Show, so this will be reversed in this situation. I really think that Dolph Ziggler probably will wait until TLC. Maybe Royal Rumble will be the latest and the only time he can actually cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase. But, overall, I did enjoy that match, and, I actually thought it was worth a watch, so no complaints there whatsoever. Then we got into Team Dolph Ziggler and as well Team Mick Foley. This one I was definitely on the edge of my seat for, and I really enjoyed this match, and one of my favorite matches of the night here. I was really nervous for Dolph Ziggler in this match. I thought he was going to lose here. It ended up being a one-on-one type of situation at the end with Dolph Ziggler and Randy Orton, and Randy Orton was almost going to punt Dolph Ziggler, but Ziggler was able to come back in this one and get the defeat over Randy Orton. So Randy Orton wasn't able to get the win there and possibly become the sole survivor, but that wasn't the case, and that goes to Dolph Ziggler. Really cool, and no complaints there whatsoever either. Even though I had Team Randy Orton getting the win there, I wouldn't have minded that, but I think this really does help Dolph Ziggler a lot too. He was able to also defeat Chris Jericho at SummerSlam, now getting this big win that Dolph Ziggler needs at the Survivor Series. Was really cool, so that was really good in my book there. And then we got into the WWE Championship matchup. And with this one, this one was a pretty good match. Didn't really care for it at times, but overall, with this one, we did have CM Punk retain, but not in the way that I thought was going to happen, and we almost had John Cena win at one point, and as well Ryback, so I was towards the end getting really nervous with this, and we did have kind of an interference, but the bell never did ring, so that was really good, and we didn't have that interference there where there was a controversial finish there, so that was really cool. And we had Seth Rollins, the NXT champion, Roman Reigns, and as well, that's right, Dean Ambrose actually making their debut to the main roster from NXT. I never really see too much of Dean Ambrose, but that was really cool seeing those guys being able to help CM Punk. And yes, CM Punk is now able to call himself and have him be the year-long WWE champion, so that's really cool. So he could call himself a year-long term winner there, so that was really interesting to see how that was going to turn out, and that's exactly what happened. So CM Punk winning, I really enjoyed that, and now it's going to be interesting to see what's going to be happening at TLC, and that about ends it for the Survivor Series, and that's where we end things off for this show. So, with that, I thought it was a good show. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are, and leave your thoughts and opinions down below in the comments and the comment box as well. And hopefully you guys will enjoy the rest of your Thanksgiving week. Have a great holiday. I know I sure am, and I'm going to enjoy this week off, so this is going to be really awesome for me. So I'm going to go out and enjoy, and hopefully you guys enjoy the pay-per-view and the review. And until then, I'll catch you guys whenever the next video may be. And until then, peace.